What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today is day 19 of the 30 days of wholesaling houses. Guys, I gotta be honest, it's been very fun to make videos daily for you guys. Guys, if this is your first time on the channel, what I decided to do for the month of May is do daily videos showing you step by step how to flip houses in your area. Look, I got tired of the excuses. I wanted to give the game away for free. My name is Saenz. I'm a 23-year-old real estate entrepreneur. I started real estate at the age of 18, and over the last few years, I flipped and wholesaled a few hundred homes. And to be honest, real estate changed my life, and I wanted to change yours too. So enough with the excuses. I decided to do daily videos showing you step by step. If this happens to be the first time on this channel, do yourself a huge favor. Start in day 1 of our 30 days of wholesaling. You can find the playlist in the channel. Go start in day 1. Go learn for free and go learn on how you can make $10, $20, $30, $50,000 a month by wholesaling and flipping houses in your area. All I ask in return, guys, is make sure you like this video, comment down below any questions that arise during the duration of this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and let's get going with day 19. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are, day 19. We are almost two-thirds of the way done with the 30 days of wholesaling. But I do want to say this, just because the 30 days are ending soon does not mean I'm going to stop posting. I'm going to be answering a lot of questions, doing a lot of follow-up videos on these 30 days. But I truly hope that you guys have found this valuable and appreciate the content, because this information is not easy to attain in an organized fashion, and I want to do that for you guys. So I hope you guys are taking a lot away. Now, in this video, what I want to talk about specifically is how you estimate repairs on a property. You want to know how much estimated amount, aka dollars, it's going to take to fix up the property. So I'm going to break that down in a very simple way so you can go out there, so you can start making some educated offers and start getting some deals. Guys, so the best way, in my opinion, on how you estimate repairs, especially on a wholesale model where you're making offers on the daily, you have to get through properties quickly. You don't have time to look at a property for a few hours. Time is of the essence. You know, sellers, especially motivated sellers, they want a number fairly quickly. So you want to make sure that you have a strategy, a method to quickly determine how much a property needs of work. And the best way that I found to estimate repairs is based on square footage. Square footage is going to help you get the best repair estimate on any property. So before I get into numbers and estimating repairs, I want to give you guys the 3 different types of rehabs that a property is going to fall into. Tier number 1 is going to be a light rehab. This is probably going to be about 50% of your homes. If you happen to live in an area where homes were built before, let's say, the 60s, this is not going to be the majority of your leads. But here in Phoenix, the houses are built in the 80s, 90s, 2000s. So a lot of the leads that we're looking at to make offers on fall into category 1, tier 1, which is light rehab. And a light rehab is going to consist of minimal work, usually carpet and paint. What we say is paint and carpet back on the market. That's a light rehab. Typically sometimes requires a deep cleaning, and also requires at times to have, you know, minor light fixtures that you have to fix up. But really, it's really just cosmetic. A light rehab is a cosmetic rehab, usually paint and carpet back on the market. And listen to this. A light rehab is going to cost you about $10 to $15 a square foot. If a house is 1,000 square feet, it's going to cost you about $10,000 to $15,000 to repair that house. Sometimes in markets like Phoenix, you can get away with cheaper rehabs. You know, you don't have to pay $15,000 for paint and carpet. You can probably get away from $7,000 to $10,000. But in a market like California, you might have to pay a little more for paint and carpet because the labor and material cost is much higher. So again, a light rehab, minimal work, paint and carpet back on the market. Tier number 2 is a mid rehab. This is going to be your average rehab. You're going to come across a lot of leads that are going to need this type of rehab. Typically, this is somebody that's been living in the property for 10, 30 years. It's super dated, and it needs a mid rehab. So a mid rehab is going to consist of everything that is in a light rehab. So it's going to be your paint and carpet, your deep cleaning, your light fixtures. And typically for a mid rehab, for an average rehab, it's going to include the kitchen and bathrooms. So this is where you have to remodel the kitchen, where you put new granite, new countertops, new appliances. And in the bathrooms, you have to redo them, typically update everything. You have to put everything new in the bathrooms. And the cost per square foot on this one is going to be $20 to $25 a square foot. So again, if a property is 1,000 square feet, it needs a mid rehab, average kitchen, bathrooms, paint and carpet, you're going to be paying around $20,000 to $25,000 to complete that rehab. Tier number 3 is a heavy rehab. This is also referred to as a gut rehab, where you have to gut everything. So this is going to include everything that tier 1 includes, everything that tier 2. So a heavy rehab, a gut rehab is, it's going to include 1 to 2 high ticket items. That could be a new AC, a new roof, could be some structural damage, could be foundation issues. But as far as numbers go for a full rehab, and this is an estimation, this is a broad estimation that you can use in every city across the US. This is what we do for our team when we make offers. But a heavy rehab is going to cost you about $30 to $35 a square foot. So if a house is 1,000 square feet, you're gonna pay $30,000 to $35,000 for the rehab. If the house is 2,000 square feet, you're gonna pay $60,000 to $70,000 for the rehab. So I hope that makes sense. Guys, so I wanna share some numbers that I want you guys to use when you're making offers. When it comes to estimating repairs, look, I'm not a licensed contractor. I do have a lot of experience when it comes to remodeling. My dad was a contractor. I do have a fair understanding when it comes to remodeling. However, when it comes to wholesaling, your duty is not to be spot on the money. The best thing you can do is be spot on with a after repair value. The best number that you can get, the best number that you can focus on is what the property is worth. And I want to tell you why. So say a property is worth $200,000 and it needs $20,000 in repairs. Most people focus all of their attention in the rehab versus the property value. If I mess up 10% on a after repair value, you're talking a $20,000 swing. If a property is worth $200,000 and I mess up 10%, give or take, I'm gonna be around $180,000. So now $20,000 that I messed up on, versus if I mess up a rehab by 10% on a $20,000 rehab, it's only $2,000. So what I want to make clear is focus more on what the property is worth versus getting it spot on the rehab. For rehabs, the best thing you can do as you begin to learn the business is to make estimated educated repairs. Again, estimated repairs. When buyers come to see your property, then they can get some rock solid numbers, but your job as a wholesaler is to estimate repairs. And the way that you're gonna come up with the best offers when it comes to negotiating with sellers is by having an idea of how much the property needs of work. So on the screen here, I wanna give you guys some numbers that you guys can write in your notes. So under 1,500 square feet, again, under 1,500, let's say it's a light rehab, we're about $10 to $15 a square foot. We're about $10 to $15 a square foot. For a mid rehab, we are $20 to $25 a square foot. And then for a full rehab, we are $30 to $35 a square foot. So you can start doing that. But these numbers are to give you a baseline, an idea of how much you should factor in when you're making an offer to a seller. So these are some rough numbers that you can use when making offers so you can estimate how much the property needs to work. Anything under 1,500 square feet, you can look at these numbers as a baseline. 1,500 to 2,500 square feet, a light rehab is going to cost you about $15,000, give or take. This also depends on the city. If you're in a city like California or San Francisco, the labor and materials and the quality of work that you have to do is much higher in cost versus Phoenix or Tucson or Dallas, where you can get away with sometimes half the price that it would take in California, but because you're in Phoenix or Dallas, you can get away with cheaper labor, cheaper materials, and ultimately, you can get the rehab done for almost half the price. Guys, so write these numbers down. 1,500, 2,500 square feet, 25 to 3,500 square feet, light rehab, mid rehab, 45,000, full rehab, 80 to 90. Write these down so you guys can have an idea of what you should be writing down for an estimated repair when you're making an offer. In the next video, I'm going to be giving away the best strategy when it comes to what is the maximum allowable offer that I can give a seller. I'm going to be breaking down our best MAO strategy that we have been almost spot on all the leads that we comp. It gives us the ability to make the best educated offer when it comes to a seller. We have canceled deals in the past, but it's been very, very little compared to the industry standard of 20-25%. So by knowing this MAO strategy, you guys are going to be blown away, and it's going to give you a lot of confidence when making offers with sellers. But when it comes to estimating repairs, I want to give you guys a baseline, an idea. Again, 3 types of rehabs: light rehab, mid rehab, heavy rehab, which is a gut rehab. And you guys can start making offers and estimating repairs based on the square footage. Guys, so I hope this video was informative. Do not be discouraged to start your real estate journey because you don't know everything. I didn't know anything about repairs or rehabbing, or I didn't even know what baseboards were until like a year and a half into the business. And it sounds stupid, but I'm being honest. So please build up the courage to start making offers, fail forward, and go make it happen, because you're only one deal away from making $10,000 to $30,000, $40,000. I've said this before. I've known people that have made $90,000 on their first deal. What would $90,000 do for you if it happened to be your first deal? So it's very possible. Go market to sellers, start having conversations, start qualifying leads, start making offers, and by the end of these 30 days, you're gonna know everything that you need to know to make deals happen in your area and change your life forever. Guys, I wanna thank you guys for the support. Remember, we have 50 plus podcast episodes that you can check out, all in podcasts. You can find the link in the description. You can check that out on your own time. There's been amazing guests on there, so please take advantage of that. It's absolutely free. And by the way, we do have our wholesaling course, which is still available. If you just like to skip the line, get access to instant content today, you can check that out. We have amazing testimonials and a bunch of success stories that you can check out. The link is in the description, or you can go to learntowholesale.com and check that out. But guys, thank you so much for the continued support. Day 19 is in the books. We're keeping this bad boy going into day 30. Let's go. Thank you. Like this video. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow in day 20. Let's go.